Hey, ABC. I want to jump in on a thread here started by Heavy Metal Corner, Ronnie James Denham. If you haven't checked him out, do so. I'll put a link down here to the video for this thread that he started. But been thinking about this for a couple days, and the thread is basically your favorite hard rock, heavy metal live albums. And between his initial video and a couple other ones that have been posted, it's like, and the favorites have all been pretty much covered. So it's like, how do I do this? So I thought, well, I'm just going to pull some out, not necessarily my favorites, but some great live heavy metal albums. And kind of mixed it up. There's some 80s stuff in here and some newer stuff, man. Occasionally some really cool live albums come out. Might be old shows, might be new shows, but it still happens. So, all right, let's just kind of jump into this. Go ahead. I think I have the older ones, the stuff from the 80s first, and then everything else at the end here. So, Priest live. When this came out, I wasn't that into it. It was for the Turbo tour, which I saw. I've mentioned before, I was in the parking lot for the Heavy Metal parking lot, the video, the movie, whatever you want to call it. I wasn't in the movie, but I was floating around in that parking lot. But I wasn't a huge Turbo fan. Turbo grew on me big time over the years, and I love Turbo now, and went back probably 10, 12 years ago and really started listening to this again. It's a great live album. Like I said, I just didn't get into it much when it first came out, but I totally love it now. One I did love when it first came out was Scorpions Worldwide Live. This was, right after they exploded with Rock You Like a Hurricane, just took over America basically. And they put out a live VHS, which I think I have around here somewhere. And basically this is the audio from that show pretty much. But great live show. Listened to the hell out of this when I was a kid. Definite favorite. Right up there, man. Completely love this live album. Lizzie Borden, The Murderous Metal Road Show. Just, what can you say, man? Lizzie Borden was just criminally overlooked. They were a great band, I think, and this is just a great live show, but it also came out on VHS back in the day, and finally, I don't know what it was, 5, 6, 10 years ago, Metal Blade put it out on DVD. I about crapped my pants when this finally came out on DVD. It's fantastic. It's low budget Alice Cooper and Kiss, and just, it's a great watch. And they were a killer band. So, and actually I just looked this up, see if it was still available, and it's not. And it's going for crazy money now, like 30 to 75 bucks people asking for it or whatever, which is kind of crazy. Another one I loved as a kid, and probably the only single live album in this stack. Most of them are double lives, but except Kazakuban. This is kind of like an EP, 6 tracks, live in Japan. And I listened to the crap out of this also when I was a kid. Loved Accept. Another great early live album, Loudness in Tokyo. This was from like 83 or so, before they really kind of, tried to break the American market or whatever, come to the US and make it big. But still, they were a huge band in Japan, and it's a great live album. I'd say double live. This I came across on eBay, man, years ago, in probably the late 90s when I first got on eBay. I got it cheap. Back then vinyl was cheap. But it's a double live, Grand Metal Live. It's a Japanese album from a festival. I think it was called Grand Metal in Japan. And it's got like 6 bands: Rajas, Blizzard, Makeup, Masako, Honjo, Marino, and X-Ray. And actually, I've never seen another copy of this. I mean, I'm sure it's not like mega rare or anything, but it's just something you don't see in the States. And it's a cool live album. Alright, let's jump into some newer releases. They might be old shows, but newer vinyl. So, actually, just sent a copy of this to Aaron, Metal Theologian. Acid, live in Belgium, 1984. This is killer. I picked this up. I mean, the cover alone, I love Acid. Saw the cover, and you know, it's a picture disc, and it's a good price. It's like, got to get it, even if it sucks, and it's going to suck. It's an old recording from an obscure metal band from 1984. Nah, this sounds good, man. It's soundboard or FM, you know, radio show, whatever. It doesn't sound bad at all. It's a really good listen, I think. So that came out a couple years ago. This I came across cheap on Amazon and grabbed it. It was like $10 or something, you know, for an import. Went ahead and picked it up. Never heard it. Took a shot. But it's Running Wild. It's Final Jolly Rogers. It's Wacken 2009, the live show. And this smokes, man. I mean, Running Wild was a great band, but actually I picked up their last album or two and was really impressed with them, and that's when I came across this. I was like, you know what, their last few albums haven't been bad, so maybe I'll go ahead and try this live one, and it's cheap, and it was worth every penny, man. Killer live concert, live album. This was picked up a while back, and I think this is kind of hard to find now, or it goes for stupid money. I actually kind of got a trio here coming up. Black Sabbath Live, Hammersmith Odeon. This was limited to 3,000. It's a 3 LP set. And I'm trying to remember, it was either Heaven and Hell or Mob Rules, or it might be a mixture of... No, because it's all from one show, I believe, so one of those 2 tours. But this is really, really good. Yeah. Huge Dio fan. And like I say, this is, I think, hard to find now, pricey, whatever. I haven't looked it up since I got it, so I'm not sure. Another Dio, picked up last year or year before. Love this show. These showed on MTV all the time. Got it on VHS, taped it. Finally come out on Blu-ray, DVD, remastered. Looked fantastic, and they put out the audio. And it's Dio. It's live in Philly, 1986, from the Sacred Heart tour. And actually, this is like a day or 2 before or after I got to see him in DC. And with the, you know, he had the full big dragon blowing fire and everything, except it was opening up. It's a killer show. But this sounds fantastic, and like I said, it's just one of those things I remembered as a kid, watching the concert over and over. And one more Dio. This came out 2 or 3 years ago also. It's live at Donington, 83 and 87. It's 2 shows, 2 LPs. So it's kind of early with 83 and further in at 87. And this just kicks. It's freaking fantastic. And I have no idea on this if they're still floating around or what's up. It's from 2011. Alright, enough Dio. This just come out a few years ago, 2012. Twisted Sister, live at Hammersmith. 2 LP, just, you know, killer. This is around, I'm going to say 84, 85, you know, Stay Hungry tour. And Twisted Sister live is a different beast than Twisted Sister on vinyl. I love their studio albums, but live, much more, you know, full tilt. heavier killer band. It's a great album. And last one, another cheapo find. Whitesnake, live at Donington, 1990. This also was from a video. This is also a 3-album set. This came out from Frontier, 2011. The audio on this is okay, but after you get into it, a few songs, you kind of don't notice it. But when you first start listening to it, it's like, okay, this isn't like perfect audio at all, but it's not near bootleg quality either. But overall, like I said, once you get into this album, a couple tracks, it just sucks you in. It's a really good show. So, alright, that's it, man. I just, like I said, I thought I'd try and do something a little different, not show anything that's been shown before. So it's a cool thread, and hope everybody dug what I showed. Later, BC.